There we go. We're good. I think we're good. I think.
Yep.
Okay. We're live. All right.
Oh, I gotta switch back.
There we go. All right. So there we go. As you can see, I normally mess up this intro like 10 times, but it's not gonna matter today. I can hear myself.
Sick echo. Yeah.
There we go. Totally professional here. All right. We'll get started because I want to make this like 45 minutes to an hour. I think we could do it. So let's get going. So here we go, guys. Welcome to Punk Rock Radar, live edition, round 2, Fat Wreck bracket. If you're new here, what we're gonna do, the 4 of us and the chat, we're gonna rank these 19 albums. We're going to have them go head-to-head against each other. It's going to be majority rule to move on to the next round. And if there, for some reason, is a tie, it's 2-2. We're going to use the chat. We've all got it pulled up to tie break. So that's how it's going to go here. We've got 3 matchups on the left. That's a qualifier round. These are either saves or ones that we were torn on. They kind of made it to the next round based on a weak matchup. We're putting them here in a qualifier, and then we've got the second row here, which is going to be the true round 2. So we'll let a couple more people come in. We'll do a quick introduction. Right below me is Dylan, aka Mr. Firecracker, Screeching Bottlerocket from DyingScene.com. How you doing today, Dylan?
I'm awesome now that McDonald's CEO Mick D is in the chat once again.
I think I owe him some tapes from last time.
Scammer.
And below Dylan, we've got Hudson Valley hardcore legend, Mr. Lewis. Lewis, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I'm getting crazy echo.
Mute your stream. Are you watching the stream too?
He's
I
muted.
muted it and it's still doing it, but I will stop watching the stream. But I'm doing fine. We'll figure it out. Let's go.
Okay,
right.
okay.
And for the first time on the Fat Wreck bracket, we have Discord Kingpin, Elliot, aka Ergoth, joining us. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm excited to be here. So I've watched these records just climb on top of the corpses of many Joey Cape acoustic records, the entirety of the Real McKenzie's discography, and many other bands that didn't make it. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I think 4 people plus the chat. If we piss people off with what wins, then they've got plenty of people to be upset about. So we'll they can live with it. But let's get going here. We've got people in the chat. It's 7:01, so we could start. First matchup. I'm hoping these buttons will all work. We've got Cigar, the Visitor. It was a Discord save against PEARS, Go to Prison. And we'll let Dylan go first here. Dylan, which album are you going to pick between these two?
Cigar is my choice because I like the album more. I was actually listening to this the other day. It's a badass fucking album.
It's really, for me, I was listening to it the other day and I saw Low End University on the bass guy on YouTube. He was doing it. For me, like the only thing I don't love is the production on it. Yeah, he did Legacy of the 7 Plies. He went through it.
You know what? If there was a guy like that who did drum breakdowns, this album would make him fucking cum his pants, man.
All right, so we got 1 vote in the chat for Cigar, and we'll go to Lewis. What do you think out of these 2?
I'm right there with Dylan. I'm going to go with the Cigar. I like it better.
All right.
All right.
So it's 2 votes to none here in favor of Cigar. Elliot, what do you think here?
This is probably the PEARS' best album, and I'm going with Cigar. So I'm not a huge PEARS fan, and this Cigar album, it slaps. The drums, the bass, It's a nice little fresh spin on like a old skate punk sound. Makes it feel fresh. I love it. It's a great record. So
Yeah. I disagree wholeheartedly that that's Pear's best album, but my vote would also be for Cigar. So they're gonna move on here. I'm looking in the chat. We got Mick D saying Cigar all day. Punk Rock Sanity, what's up, man? He's got Cigar. Immortal Coil voting for Pears. We got Samson Simpson with Cigar. Dan Price Cigar. It's everybody going on Cigar, it seems like. So they're gonna go up against Less Than Jake in the next round. So good luck to them. But we'll move on.
So, we got 2 pairs. So
all right. Well, hold on. It looks like Cigar wants to be still there. There we go. Up next, we'll go to Lewis first. We got Swingin' Utters Here Under Protest against the Loved Ones Build and Burn. Lewis, which of these you think?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
yes.
Perfect. Okay. I figured out what the issue was. YouTube was magically playing in the background, and it was I wish I could have channeled what I was hearing into my ears because it was magic. Pure chaos. Like I was so stumped on what I had to do here.
He messaged me. He was like, "What's going on?"
I'm stressing, man. And I got a cat situation going on here.
Yeah, I got my own cat situation.
I know mine's waiting to chew this computer. I like the Swinging Utters. This record's pretty okay, but Build and Burn is a fantastic Loved Ones record that I've grown to appreciate a bit more. So it's gonna have to be that one. I don't think it's as good as the first Loved Ones record, but Dylan's love of it kind of inspired me to really give it a second try, and it's really good. So I'm going with the Loved Ones.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, if you missed it, Dylan said that this is his favorite Loved Ones album. And Lewis and I are both like, what the hell? Like, over Keep Your Heart. I went back and listened to it. I think it's better than I originally thought. I mean, I still strongly disagree with this being the best Loved Ones record, but I think I'm going to go Utters here. I think this is an underrated Swingin' Utters album, so I'm going to vote for Here Under Protest myself. And Elliot, I'll pass it to you. What do you think on these two?
Yeah, I mean, this Loved Ones record is not bad. I agree. Keep Your Heart is much better, in my opinion. I mean, not by that much, though. They're pretty close. They're not that much different. But I actually really like this Swingin' Utters record. I was the first time I heard it was through this bracket itself, and I really liked it. I thought it was great. I'm going with the Swingin' Utters record as well.
Damn. All right. Dylan, what do you think? Could we have our first tie here?
Hold on. Elliot just said he loved the Loved Ones album, and then he voted for the Swingin' Utters.
They could both be good.
They're both good.
It's called messing with expectations, Dylan.
I don't know. Okay, well, shout out to Puck Rucker and Dan Price. They're both correct. This is the best Loved Ones album, and I'm voting for it. And it looks like we have a tiebreaker, which is cool because everyone in the chat saying the Loved Ones, so the Loved Ones wins.
Let's see here. No, we got to check the chat. It looks like the Loved Ones win. We have one Swingin' Utters though.
Two. There's two for the Utters, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Loved Ones.
Another Swingin' Utters just came through. What? So what is it? 5-3?
Yeah, 5 to 2.
Let's wait like 5 more minutes so we can.
Oh yeah.
There's another Swingin' Utters came through.
5 to 3, 5 to 4. Hey, fuck you guys. Chill out for a second.
5-5. Next.
No, where are you getting 5? I see 4. Oh my god, you guys are trolling, dude.
We can move the Loved Ones on. I'm fine with that.
All right. It looks like, in all honesty, it looks like the Loved Ones has the majority.
Hold on, let me count them. Utters 1. Okay, Richard. Okay, that guy. Richard.
What's up, Richard?
Sanity. Immortal. That's 3. Eric. That's 4. There's 4 Utters. Where's the 5th one? I don't see a 5th one.
I was counting myself twice, so you caught me. Yeah. So we'll move on. The Loved Ones. They're gonna be against more Betterness in the next round, so maybe it doesn't matter too much. We'll see. All right. Up next, we've got Dylan's save, which is Love Equals Death Nightmerica against Strung Out's Agents of the Underground. And Elliot, you can take us away on this one. What do you think?
Well, I'm glad Dylan saved this record because Love Equals Death record is awesome. It's like a great record. It's like early 2000s AFI and like early 2000s like Anti-Flag, like combined a little bit. It's super sweet. I'm not too keen on like the later Strung Out stuff. It's not my favorite, so I'm going with Love Equals Death all day.
Interesting. All right, Dylan, you saved this album. And I know you love Strung Out.
Mm-hmm.
So
can you remind me, what did this Strung Out album beat? Because it was highly controversial. I think it was like a no use album.
It beat Hard Rock Bottom.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
which I saved. Hard Rock Bottom is in this, just not in this episode.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I disagreed.
Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, that was a bit misguided. I do love the Strung Out album though. Oh, it's tough. I'm gonna give the vote to Love Equals Death because I just know none of you other guys are gonna do it. So yeah.
Elliot just did. But,
Yeah. Well, okay.
Listen, man. Love Equals Death.
All right, Lewis, what do you think?
Okay. Well, I want to make this dramatic here, and I don't know what John's gonna pick, but I think I would have probably picked Strung Out normally, but I was leaning into Love Equals Death after listening to it today, and I really liked it. So I'll go ahead and pick the Strung Out record to see what John does. Do a little metagaming here. So
Okay.
All right. So when we started today, I was like all in on the Strung Out. Like I think this is their most underrated album. I think there's some like bangers on here, but I'm kind of like in the camp with Lewis. Like we made the playlist today. I was listening to it most of the day, and I really like the bass tone on it. There's like a lot of really good songs. Of course, Bombs Over Brooklyn, I think, was on a comp back in the day. But I am also going to vote for Strung Out just because I'm more familiar with it. So we will leave this one also
My gosh.
up to the chat.
Tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker. Let's see what we got here. Is there any way one of you can put up a poll? I agree. Can we do that?
I can. So, yeah, real quick.
All right. We're going to make
2 seconds.
Elliot's going to make us a poll.
Option 1 will be Love Equals Death. Option 2 will be Strung Out.
All right. Thanks for the suggestion. Downward is heavenward. That's a great idea.
What the fuck?
All right, the poll's up. So 1 is Love Equals Death. 2 is Strung Out. 100% Strung Out.
Is it? I can't see it.
It's going back and forth, I think, a little bit. Oh my gosh, this is intense. It's like neck and neck.
Vote.
This is its own show right here. All right, I think polls. All right, I think Strung Out. Oh no, it's 50-50. All right.
How is it going? How's it going from like down in votes? It was going like.
Yeah.
Did you see that too?
Someone retracted.
Probably change their vote.
You can retract your.
All right, 1 is Love Equals Death. 2 is Strung Out.
Yep. I think. I can't. It goes back and forth so much. So we're gonna have to wait for this for a second.
Is it? I can't see for me, it just like a bar.
54% for Strung Out, 36% for Love Equals Death. So I think Strung Out is winning this one. So we're gonna end the poll right here. I'm gonna give it a minute each. So ending the poll, and Strung Out moves on.
Strung Out moves on. Agents of the Underground. All right. Okay. So we have our full round 2 North Division ready now. I'm just gonna run through these real quick. The first one's gonna be Propagandhi Potemkin City Limits against Lagwagon Double Platinum. Then we've got Dead to Me Cuban Ballerina against Teenage Bottlerocket. They Came from the Shadows. Then we've got Cigar the Visitor against Less Than Jake Borders and Boundaries. Lagwagon Haas against Bracket. Too Old to Die Young. Then we've got Loved Ones, Build and Burn against No Use for a Name, More Betterness, Useless ID, State is Burning against Dead to Me, African Elephants, and then Agents of the Underground against Collapser, and Underground Network against First World Manifesto. So we'll get this first one pulled up here. This may be the best matchup of the bracket, in my opinion.
This one right here.
I think so. I think this is this is pretty stacked.
This is neck and neck. I agree.
So we'll do. I feel like we should just have a poll running from the start, just so we give them the whole time we're talking about it to vote.
That's fair. I'll go ahead and set the poll, and we also can see. I'll get it going right now. So we'll do 1 is Double Platinum, 2 is Potemkin City Limit.
Okay. So I want Lewis to go first here. I know Lewis. I know you like both of these records. So what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I love my Lagwagon guys, but we're talking about potentially the best Propagandhi record here. I mean, this record blew the socks off my shoes or blew me out of my pants. I don't know what the hell. Blew me somewhere. Back when it came out in the early to mid 2000s. So this is probably up there with my favorite Propagandhis. It might be my favorite. So I'm gonna have to give this one my thumbs up. I love this freaking record.
All right. So I could see that, Lewis, I feel like that's going to be an unpopular opinion, but I agree with you. I think this Propagandhi record is front to back is amazing. And as much as I like Lagwagon, Double Platinum, Alien A, Making Friends, I mean, 27, the track list right there. I am way more likely to listen to Potemkin on any given day than I am Double Platinum. I think I had Double Platinum in my, potentially even my B tier Lagwagon album. So I'm going Potemkin too. It's going to be 2-0 Potemkin, and we'll pass it here to Dylan, who was making some faces at what Lewis had to say. So what do you got to say for us, Dylan?
I think I just make faces in general. Lagwagon.
He's going Lagwagon. He's a man of few words. Elliot, what do you think?
I'm going the Propagandhi on this one.
Damn.
So this Lagwagon record, I do like it. It's one of my least favorites, though, of them. The production also sounds like I'm listening to it on a pair of cheap Walmart headphones, which is pretty punk, but the Propagandhi record is really awesome. It has a lot of great songs. Speculative Fiction, In the Die, Jugen, whatever that other one is.
Yeah.
The song is cool. So, Propagandhi.
All right. How upset is chat? Let's see. Lagwagon. Propagandhi, both rip. I agree. Then we've got somebody saying Dylan agrees. Propagandhi. There we go. So most people in the poll voted for Lagwagon. Oh, there was a poll. I didn't even see it. Oh, is that 71%? 71% Lagwagon.
Oh boy, oh boy.
So the chat is on Dylan's side. Man of the people.
Damn. All right.
Damn right.
Well, I mean, there's Haas is still coming up, so Lagwagon fans, stay tuned.
20 more Lagwagon records to go through.
I think every Lagwagon album made it, except
the entire discography.
What's the last one called? What's after Hang? I forget what it's called.
Railer didn't.
Railer, Railer didn't make it. All right, we will move on now to what is this? Dead to Me, Cuban Ballerina against Teenage Bottlerocket. They came from the shadows. Elliot, you're up first here, man. What's it gonna be?
They came from the shadows. This Dead to Me record's okay. It's not my favorite. I like some other Dead to Me stuff better, but this is like the best Teenage Bottlerocket album, in my opinion. I'm not a big Teenage Bottlerocket fan either, but this album was awesome. So,
all right. So we got 1 vote Teenage Bottlerocket in the chat. It's going to be 1 for Dead to Me and 2 for Teenage Bottlerocket. Dylan, what do you think?
This is actually pretty tough for me. By the way, Ellie, you might want to get that poll going, brother. I don't know how close it'll be, but
let me go ahead.
Man, wow. This is not an okay Dead to Me album. This is the Dead to Me album. It's a great album. It's tough, but I listen to the Bottlerocket album more often, but it's very, very close. Like, depending on the day, I could choose either. but we'll go with Teenage Bottle Rocket.
Yes, all right. So it's 2-0. Lewis, I mean, I'll just toss in my opinion. I've never been a huge Dead to Me fan. I don't know what I said there.
You said get dead.
This album is pretty good though. But I mean, I'll let Lewis. What do you think? Do you want to put this away, or you guys gonna need me?
I mean, no, I'm gonna say it's not really that close for me. This is the best Bottle Rocket album. I share Elliot's feelings. Like, it's not they're not my favorite band either, but I do love me some Lillingtons, and this one makes me feel the most like I'm listening to a Lillingtons record almost. So love this record. Let's go.
All right. For the record, I was also going Shadow. So that is the first sweep of the episode. Actually, we're Cigar. Cigar was a sweep, but Bottle Rocket's going to move on to round, I guess that'll be round 3 against Potemkin. But up first, I feel like this Cigar album's like a real dark horse, but this is going to be the true test here. We've got Cigar against Less Than Jake, Borders and Boundaries. What do we think here, guys? Whoever wants to go first.
First, I want to say, First, I want to say, Bottle Rocket won the chat poll. 62% of viewers agree. As for this matchup, I'll show my bias here. I think the Less Than Jake album is more culturally significant of the two. So I am gonna vote for the Less Than Jake album. It is a great album. You got Gainesville, Rock City, Look What Happened. Lewis's favorite song, Mr. Chevy Celebrity.
You stole my goddamn joke, Dylan.
All right. So we got one
Pete
vote.
Jackson's getting married.
One vote Less Than Jake. All right, Lewis, tell us about Chevy Celebrity and anything else. Or Cigar.
It's the
or
song.
Cigar.
Yeah. It's not going to be Cigar. Sorry, Cigar. Very good record. But for the same reasons that Dylan said, this Less Than Jake record is incredible. I love this one. I've had this since I was a wee tot and it came out. And Chevy Celebrity, one of my top 5 Less Than Jake songs. So I can't kick that shit down the road. I'm going Less Than Jake.
All right. Elliot, what do you think? Chat's actually a little split from what I could see.
Yeah, this is pretty close. This isn't my favorite Less Than Jake record from that like 3-album run in the 2000s from Hella Rock View. The Anthem is probably my least favorite of it. And the Cigar record is like incredibly good, but even not my favorite Less Than Jake record is still an amazing record, and I'm going Less Than Jake. Like, I've listened to this record so many times.
All right.
And Last Hour of the Last Day, like one of my favorite tracks, is on here, which is also one of Dylan's favorite tracks, which is awesome.
I was just going to say that was in Dylan's top 5. I think I was the only one. I mean, I had Gainesville, Rock City in my top 5, and Look What Happened, but I think I used the Anthem version, even though Smile Wide in the chat saying the better version of Look What Happened is on here. They're both great. They're both great versions. So Less Than Jake is going to take it. I was closer than I thought in the chat. It seems relatively split. I don't know if we had a poll going, but from what I could see,
64% Less Than Jake, 36% Cigar. Yeah, I'll have polls going for all these, and I'll let you know.
I don't know why I can't see the poll, but I'll take your word for it. We will move on here. You guys know I love Bracket, and I love this album. This was one of my favorite records of the last 5 years. I'm talking about Too Old to Die Young. But I am going to vote Haas here. I think this is a top 3 or 4 Lagwagon album. This is a maybe number 4 or 5 Bracket record. These are both really good. And this is like a really daunting matchup, I think, for Bracket. So it breaks my heart. I love Bracket. One of the underrated bands on Fat, but my vote is for Haas. Lewis, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, not much to say here. Haas is a classic. I mean, maybe if Violins was on the Bracket record, maybe I'd feel a little bit differently. But we're gonna go with Haas here. I mean, especially for that album cover alone, which I did try to generate via AI today, and it came out really silly. So,
by the way, I incorrectly said that Haas is from Gunsmoke. He's from Bonanza. I don't know where
Oh, that's right.
I
That's why
said
the
it like
AI fucked up.
I said it like 5 times in that video, and then I watched it. And I was like, "Wow, I'm a fucking idiot." Lagwagon gets my vote. Classic album. It's impossible to pick. I mean, the bracket album's okay, but it did not have a chance here. This is Juggernaut Lagwagon album.
Yeah, this bracket record, I love bracket. This one I don't love as much as John does. I tried to give it a re-listen, and I'm still not super fond of it. It's all right to me, but yeah, this Lagwagon record is like one of their best. So I see this going pretty far, my opinion.
I think
So Lagwagon all day.
I think we have another bracket album if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's the one with the guy laying down. I forget what that one's
Oh,
called.
okay, when all else fails did make
Yeah,
it.
when all else fails. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
in Lagwagon has about 85% in the chat, bracket 15%. So
okay. All right. Well,
Hey, John, not that it's an emergency, but I think you put Lagwagon in the first bracket instead of Propagandhi.
oh, whoops.
No, that's right.
no, you're good. He's fine. Yeah.
Hold on. There we go. I
Well,
didn't know who
oh,
was going to
no.
win that one,
Oh.
so I had them both there. All right. Is everything else look right? Did I screw something
Yeah,
else
that
up?
looks good.
This is
No, it looks great.
This is so small on my screen. It's probably small for anyone watching on mobile that I am really struggling to read this. But up next, we've got Build and Burn against More Betterness. I didn't see Build and Burn making it out of the qualifier, so we'll see what happens here. So, Elliot, what do you think? Build and Burn, Loved Ones. You said you liked it, but can it edge out No Use here?
Oh no, not even close. So it's more Betterness all day. I mean, Build and Burn's not like a bad record or anything like that. I like Keep Your Heart more, but More Betterness is like one of the best No Use for a Name records. So
There's Swingin' Utters. All right, hold on. We're almost there, guys. There we go.
We need a poll, janitor.
I'm working on. I had to answer the question first.
You gotta make me a mod in the chat.
All right, Dylan, what do you think?
We're gonna go with No Use. Mick D seems to not have much faith in Lewis's decision making here.
All right. So known No Use hater, Lewis. Can More Betterness edge out Build and Burn?
Dancing on the grave of Tony Sly, every video.
Oh God, jeez.
Wow.
Hate
don't-
yourself, Lewis.
I don't know about
Sorry,
that.
guys. I just don't love the band. I don't know what to tell you. And now it's become a thing. So fuck it. The Loved Ones, whatever.
my
They're gonna lose
God.
anyway. So
Oh
It's
no.
been memed into reality. So,
it's gonna lose. They're gonna lose after John's vote here anyway.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
This-
Let's give him one sympathy vote.
This is not remotely close.
Yeah, I know.
And let's just say, rest in peace, Tony Sly. I see it in the chat. I don't appreciate Dylan's jab there.
I was talking about Lewis.
I
I,
know.
said Lewis is doing
But
that.
Not Your Savior, Life Size Mirror,
Oh my
Chasing
God.
Rainbows, like those first three, incredible. Then you got Let It Slide. It's a great album. It has to move on. I don't know how far it's gonna make it, but it's certainly gonna beat this mediocre Loved Ones album.
Hey guys, don't tell anyone. I actually like this No Use record, but we're cool.
no, stop. You hate it.
I hate it.
He
It's-
hates it.
Yeah, it's funnier when you hate it. Okay. Now we will move. We'll let Mr. Firecracker handle this one. Useless ID, State is Burning against Dead to Me, African Elephants. What's it going to be here?
Okay, so this is actually not a very good Dead to Me album. And this is, in my opinion, the best Useless ID album. So I'm going to vote for Useless ID. There's like 3 of their best songs on this album, I feel like.
Yeah. All right. I won't cast my vote. We'll see. We'll see if some suspense builds. Elliot, what do you think?
So I actually love this Dead to Me record. It's probably my favorite Dead to Me record. I think it's really cool. Like A World Without War, I think it is. It's a very unique record. And I'll say the Useless ID record is pretty damn good. It's like, I feel like it does a lot of things other bands do. I know that's one of your favorite records, John.
Mhm.
But that said, even though I love the Dead to Me record, I actually do think the Useless ID record is better overall. So
Man, Ellie,
Even
you're,
the best-
you're the king of misdirection. I never have any idea which way you're going until you're done.
It's from all the punk rock feud, dude.
All right, Lewis, what do you think on these two?
I don't know. I was just kind of waiting for Dylan to make an Israel joke or something here, but I'm gonna
Okay,
go
calm
with.
down.
All right, I'm gonna go with. I'm going Useless ID, fellas. It's a great record, so let's go with that one.
Yeah,
This
all
is
right.
why we don't do this live.
Yeah, I agree with this. This Useless ID album is like fantastic. I think it's like far and away the best thing they've done. There's like Land of Idiocracy is amazing. Borrowed Time, so catchy. How to Dismantle an Atom Bomb, I think was the single. There's another couple that we don't want the airwaves. I'm surprised that's buried so far down in the track list. That is a great song. But yeah, I think this has potential now that this is going to be another sweep. Surprisingly, this may have potential to go pretty far. It's a great album. If you're watching, you haven't listened to Useless ID, State is Burning, highly recommended. It's probably their most aggressive one. I know like in the early 2000s, they were very much like a pop punk band, but this is super fast, like very like more skate punk influence. Definitely go check this out if you haven't heard it.
Did the chat complete the sweep?
Yeah, Useless ID won 54% to 46% Dead to Me. So it was actually very close. Yeah. So a lot of people saying favorite Dead to Me album. So
Interesting. I see. I was with
one.
I was with Dylan. I don't really like this Dead to Me at
White
all.
Boy Reggae album.
Yeah,
I love White
In-
Boy Reggae.
Immortal Coil says, Useless ID played in my city once and they tried to pay them in pizza. They lost their minds.
were they happy or sad? I would like to be.
It's kind of ambiguous.
Yeah,
It's a loser
Like, wow,
mind. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the pizza. It's incredible.
yeah. I'd be stoked on the pizza. So I don't know which way it went.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
All right, let's see. Let's get this fixed. A lot of
Oh
this
my
stuff usually gets cut up, but we're live, so give us a minute. Second to last, it looks like we're on pace. We'll be able to do this the next round too, I think. We've got Agents of the Underground, which just barely scraped by Love Equals Death, going against, in my opinion, the best Banner Pilot album. Every song on this record is good. Collapser. So as much as I love Strung Out, I'm going to go first here. I'm going to go with Banner Pilot, Collapser. So it's going to be 1-0. And Lewis, what do you think on these two?
If we're talking maybe Teenage Suburban Wasteland Blues, maybe we have a different story going on here, but talking Agents of the Underground, pretty good record, but I don't think it's going to stand up against this Banner Pilot, fellas, so I'm going to have to go Banner Pilot.
Damn, 2-0 Banner Pilot. Dylan, what do you think?
Add a tally to the Banner Pilot votes, and we'll see if Elliot completes the sweep along with the chat.
Well, I'm going with I'm going with Banner Pilot all day. So I'm not a huge fan of like the later Strung Out stuff. I love the 90s stuff, but the later stuff, it's not bad to me, but I never really got into it. And that Banner Pilot record is incredible. So
Damn.
So by the transitive property, this is a better album than Hard Rock Bottom.
I mean,
okay.
For the
Sure.
record, I voted Hard
I might
Rock
not
Bottom
disagree.
over Agents. I feel like that was an egregious
Like, just to
misstep.
clarify to the chat.
What won in the chat between?
Banner Pilot actually won.
So-
That's surprising, honestly.
That's an upset,
Yeah.
right? Collapser over
Yeah.
Agents unanimously, right? That's got to be an
I-
upset.
Yeah, that's a 5-way. Hell yeah.
All right, so
What was the percentile of the votes? 75% Banner Pilot.
Yeah.
all right,
Oh boy.
Dominant.
here we go. It would have been funny if this went against African Elephant, since we've been calling Anti-Flag the elephant in the room. But lo and behold, we have Anti-Flag Underground Network against Screeching Weasel, First World Manifesto, and we will pass it to Mr. Screeching Bottlerocket himself first. This is a tough one, man. What's it going to be?
Yeah. I mean, Screeching Weasel is also, well, Ben at least, has been canceled to a lesser extent.
At least twice, I think.
Yeah. Perpetual cancellation. Anyway, I'm going to vote for Weasel here, and I'm going to feel good about it, because I really like this album.
Yeah.
1 vote Weasel. So I feel like somebody's got to vote for Underground Network here. I'm very hesitant to be first.
It's a good album, but for my tastes, I go with Weasel.
All right, Lewis,
I'll do it. Yeah, I mean, here's a little story about a punk rock live radar that went all right but went all wrong. But no, it is a fantastic. I mean, I don't know what to say here. You know, we got to separate the art and the artist. We talked about this the first time. I mean, this Weasel record is fine. It's fine. It's a good record. I mean, we're talking Underground Network here, guys. It's like one of the best records of the early 2000s in the punk genre. I mean, it's fantastic. I'm sorry. I'm going all Underground Network all day.
All right. Elliot, the chat is, let's see, Weasel. Bring back Hard Rock Bottom. Hard Rock Bottom it's going to be in one of the next divisions. It is back. Don't worry. I stuck my neck out for that one. We got Weasel, Anti-Flag, Weasel. Weasel. All right, Elliot, it seems like if this goes to a tie, it's going to be Weasel. So what do you think, Elliot?
Well, something I just really appreciate about Anti-Flag is how much they stand by their morals and beliefs, and they've never contradicted themselves at all. Really, just like an amazing thing for a band to do for so long, not turn into total scumbags. But I will say the Screeching Weasel record is one of the best Screeching Weasel records. And this Anti-Flag record is legitimately one of the best Anti-Flag records. And I'm going with Underground Network on this one.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
The misdirect. I knew it was happening. You took another beer at the end there, and I was
I'm voting for their album.
Oh, my God. All right. So,
all right, John, now you don't have to feel bad.
Yeah. All right, hold real quick.
Immortal
Coral said at least Ben only punched a girl.
Oh, my God. All right. We have time. We can go one further. We can get this to 4. So let's do it. Why not? We got people in here. Let's do this. Let's do the heavy lifting.
What did the chat vote for?
Chat went for Screeching Weasel.
It was Weasel.
61%.
My man.
Yeah, man of the people.
I noticed that
strikes again.
I noticed that John got out of this without having to officially cast a vote.
Who you
What's up with that, dude?
Okay. I think Underground Network musically is the superior album. That's if we're just saying album versus album, I give it to Underground Network by a landslide vote. So that's what I'll say. I'll throw my name in there. Underground Network is the superior record. It's not even close for me.
Yeah, one of my favorite Irish punk records. But let's continue.
Oh God, man! All right, let's move on here. Potemkin City Limits against Teenage Bottlerocket. They came from the shadows.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is a good one.
Great matchup.
Elliot, throw it in the chat, and then you go first, Mirror Man, because I feel like I know which way Lewis and Dylan are gonna go. You're a total wild card on this, so what do you have to say?
This is like the best Teenage Bottlerocket album, and this is an amazing Propagandhi record as well. I don't know if it's my favorite Propagandhi record. Dude, this is tough. This is a tough one. I didn't think about this one. I have all the other ones planned out. Oh, shit.
Yeah, we weren't going to... I wasn't planning to do this one, but we might as well... we might as well do it. We'll get it to 4.
All right. Oh, fuck, dude. This one's tough for me. This one's really tough. Oh, my God. Let me think here.
You should have let me go first. It would have been easy.
All right.
I'm going Propagandhi.
Oh,
right.
man.
Damn.
I'm going Propagandhi. I like Propagandhi better than Teenage Bottlerocket, so fuck it. So
Make it 2-0 to start because I'm going with Propagandhi too. Because I love this Bottlerocket record. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but I think the Propagandhi record is better from A to Z. I think almost every song on the Propagandhi record is totally listenable, and there's ones that I would skip on the Bottlerocket. So going with that.
I think this might be going to a tiebreaker. So
Yeah.
let's see what happens. Go ahead.
Dylan,
I got
you're
it
up.
going.
Listen, there's nothing you can do. They're coming after you. They came from the shadows.
Yeah.
Guitar
Who
solo.
seen that coming?
By the way, Dylan is a known Propagandhi hater.
Yes, he is.
He also hates Canada.
Rise
so
Against.
We'll see, you know.
And a
Devout
known
fan of
Bottlerocket
capitalism.
Hates that band, Nickelback. All right, yeah, you're up, John.
I don't know on this one either. Where's the chat leaning? I love
They-
both of these albums.
Well, the chat is leaning, I believe, Bottlerocket. Oh wait, no. Propagandhi's winning as of right now it's tied. It's tied. It's
All right.
50-50.
If you're watching and you haven't voted yet, this is the one to vote on because I'm completely torn. This is where I'm at. I think the standouts on Potemkin are way better than the standouts on Shadows, right? But like
Skate or Die.
I think Shadows, it's an easier album to just sit and listen to.
Definitely.
You know, like that's where I'm at.
Easy
Like
listening.
it's like Potemkin. It's a great album, but it's very rare that I lock in and listen to the entire thing. Oh, where's the chat at? If chat,
It's literally 50-50, John.
oh my god.
John, just go with me. Back me once instead of all of those Frenzel ROMs you back.
We need one more vote, guys. One more vote, please.
It's literally 50-50 right now.
It's literally 50-50 right now.
We have 31 viewers and only 18 votes. Come on, guys.
All right. It changed. It's Propagandhi, 53%.
I to be completely honest, I was leaning Propagandhi.
Really?
Yeah, I was. And like the bangers on that album are like untouchable. Like Teenage Bottlerocket
great.
in the end, they can't touch like a top tier Propagandhi song. They just can't touch it. So I was leaning that way, even though I'm more likely to listen to Shadows. But it is what it is. I'll go with the chat. After all, we are men of the people. So we've got another really tough one here, guys. We've got Less Than Jake, Borders and Boundaries against Lagwagon Haas. And I could see this one coming down to a tiebreaker too. But Lewis, I want you to go first here. Because if you're like me, man, this is neck and neck.
These are crazy.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this.
This is a really good matchup, and I think I maybe surprised people here because I'm not the most effusive. I think maybe when it comes to the Lagwagon, but I think I'm gonna back Haas on this one. I mean, because if we're gonna put it into the full spectrum of their discography, I like Borders and Boundaries, but it's not the one I go back to the most. And I do love this Haas. I love Haas from Lagwagon, so I'm going with Haas.
All right, Dylan, what's it gonna be?
Listen,
Jake.
Listen, man. Listen, Jake. First of all, I listened to this like 10 billion times more than any Lagwagon album. And metagaming Andy right here. This is the best Less Than Jake album on Fat Records. I can't let them go down like that. If they lose here, they're done. So I gotta vote. I gotta back my boys.
That's fair. That's
Right.
totally fair.
What happened to See the Light? I don't remember ranking See the Light, but it didn't make it.
lost.
It lost? Okay.
I would have saved it, but it's not.
I
that
forgot
good.
about it.
I don't even remember that being on the bracket.
I don't
honestly.
remember it either. Like I'm like really
Whatever,
thinking
man.
I forgot about it.
One and
Who's gonna go
done.
watch 17 of these past episodes? It's fine. It didn't make it.
Elliot, it's up to you. I'm mulling it
This is
over
like-
still.
Yeah, this is like insane. So I've probably listened to both these records like an equal amount. Like these were two records that I would just have on. I was a teenager. I fucking love Haas. I love Borders and Boundaries. Not my favorite Less Than Jake album, but it's still amazing. It still has like a ton of songs I like. I think I'm gonna go Haas though, because I think it might be one of the Lagwagon records.
I thought he was gonna do the thing again.
God! I mean, he like sways so much. All right.
I thought he was gonna pick. I thought you were gonna pick Underground Network somehow. Again. But yeah, John, you're up. I think.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing. We're gonna need chat because I'm with Dylan.
The poll.
Oh,
Yeah, Less Than Jake is my second favorite band of all time, and this is not my favorite Less Than Jake album, but I still listen to this like pretty regularly. I love this album. I love this band. I love Haas, but I think Borders and Boundaries for me is the better record. I would be absolutely shocked if we're not overruled by the chat based on the 10 messages I could see. But
as of right now, Lagwagon is winning at 63% versus Less Than Jake 30.
We'll leave it open a little longer.
So we'll leave it for a second. But I mean, I agree. The Borders and Boundaries, I've listened to it so many times. It's like front to back great. But I also love that Lagwagon record so much. So these are crazy matchups here going on.
I mean, they're both so good, but I associate the Haas so much with the band. And then, I mean, this like Borders and Boundaries, I don't know. I mean,
it's like Hello Rock You, Anthem, Losing Streak, all of those I think are just so better than Borders. So, but I think this might be like the Lagwagon record in my opinion.
All right, but
Borders is overrated. I don't, bro.
I think Borders is definitely not overrated.
And nobody talks about that shit. What are you talking about?
Borders is like
we should also note. Yeah, we should also note that Dylan, I believe, is known as a resident of Florida and has bias here. So, just saying.
Well, yeah,
the chat decided it is Lagwagon.
It is Lagwagon. I'm not upset about it. They're both great records, but for the record, me and Dylan were on the Less Than Jake train.
We're the right side of history.
Look at that! Look at that matchup, though. I mean, I know where I'm going, but that's a good matchup.
That's crazy.
All right. Up next, we've got No Use for a Name, More Betterness against Useless IDs. State is. I mean, this is like, David and Goliath here. Like, as much as I like the Useless ID album, I don't know. But Ellie, why don't you go first here?
Oh, wait, let me go first.
Go first.
I never get to select.
Yeah.
Lewis, go ahead.
I'm picking More Betterness. So fuck all of y'all. So that's my vote because it's a better record. So there you go.
All right, More Betterness with one vote. Elliot, we'll go to you now. Lewis got to say his piece.
It's gonna be More Betterness. It's like one of the best No Use for a Name records, and I don't dislike Useless ID, but I've never been a huge fan of them. But I mean, State is Burning is a good record.
Okay. So. I mean, Dylan, what do you think? I feel like I'd be shocked if Useless gets a single vote in the chat based on, again, the few messages I could see. But what do you think?
I'm kind of inclined to put you in a tough situation here, honestly.
Is it really that hard?
We'll do No Use.
It's dramatic purpose.
Listen, I like No Use's harder stuff more than the poppy stuff, but we'll go with No Use.
All right.
No Use is going to move on.
The politically correct decision here.
Yeah, for the record, I don't know. I mean, More Betterness is the better album. I like State is Burning better now in 2024. That's what I'll say. I mean, chat was going to overrule. Even if it went to a tie, it was going to be No Use. No problem with No Use making it. So here we go. This is the final one. We're going to save the 4 for another episode. We're going to do all 4 kind of things in the last episode. Okay. If you guys are joining late, this is just the North Division. There's going to be 4 more live streams with the other 76 albums. I'll pull up all the remaining albums at the end of this episode. But now, up first, up last, Banner Pilot, Collapser against Anti-Flag, Underground Network, who just snuck past Screeching Weasel in the first round. We'll let Dylan go first here. This is a tough one. What do you think? What's it going to be?
We'll go with Anti-Flag on this one.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anti-Flag. All right, Elliot, what have you got to say? Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
It's a good album.
It's a good album. This is like really tough for me because this is like one of the best Anti-Flag records, and it's also like up against one of my favorite bands. Can I pass?
You can pass for now.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll pass for now.
Lewis,
I'm gonna
what
think about this.
do you want to go first?
Well, you know where I'm gonna go. So why don't you go? I think.
So it's gonna be 2-0 Anti-Flag right now.
Okay.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I honestly, PC stuff and let's call him Geever. He's not just insane anymore. Mr. Geever, as his transgressions aside, I think that Collapser is a better album. I listen to it all the time. Still, Anti-Flag is no longer streaming anywhere. I don't own a physical copy of it. I'm going Collapser. I think it's the better album. Obviously, better people. So let's go Banner Pilot. So that's my vote. It is 2-1.
Down to Elliot.
2-1.
I'm going.
I have the colored vinyl I can go grab.
I'm going Banner Pilot. I like that Anti-Flag album, but I absolutely love this Collapser and Heartspeed Specific. I think they're amazing records, like some of the best. And I listen to them way more.
All right. So is it?
All right, let's see it.
Spicy.
It's tied, right?
So Anti-Flag is at 53%. Banner Pilot is at 47% as of right now from the chat, and it is tied up as well for us. So now it's 50-50. Anti-Flag 50%. All right.
We got some more votes coming in.
Yeah, let's give it a second. So
John trying not to get canceled. Absolutely, I'm trying not to get canceled.
So let's we won't judge anybody who votes for Anti-Flag.
Yeah, and the judgment-free zone. This is album rankings. What do we got? This will be crazy if Underground Network makes it to the finals.
I think it's about to.
Oh god.
So no, it's tied up again.
I mean,
tied up.
Yes, they rescinded the vote. Oh,
Banner Pilot's ahead as of right now.
And Batter Pilots, we got to put a time limit on this. We can't just say when Batter Pilot gets in the lead, the game's over. So
it's like going back and forth.
It's literally going back and forth. Like anytime I'm about to
30-second, do a 30-second timer.
We'll do my god, let's get impressed about this shit.
Well, no, I mean,
what?
I like both records, so I don't really care here. I think it would be fine with Batter Pilot, but we can't just let it go and say, okay, well, the Batter Pilot.
We have a tie right now, don't we?
When they're that close, we kind of let them sit for a second. I feel like
it work
just because people come in, yeah. So
I said let's put a timer.
We can do that. Right. We can do that. I'm gonna count down right now with my fingers down to 5. 1, 2. I'm going backwards.
Is it 5?
5
okay.
4,
right.
3, 2, 1. It's ending. I'm ending the poll. And Banner Pilot has won by 55%.
Oh, okay. Wow.
They won by 9%.
Oh, sorry. Whatever.
All right. So this is the final. Elliot, can you see who voted in each poll?
No, I can't see who voted in each poll.
I want to
know everyone who supported Anti-Flag so we can cancel them along with me.
Call their employer.
Dylan.
All right. I want to pull up real fast. If I can get this to work, the albums that do remain. And I want to give something away. So if you're still here, hang out. We could do either a t-shirt or slip mat or a record. If any of you guys has an idea to give something away, let me know. So we did these. These are done. So the albums we have left that we don't have the brackets yet. I'm not going to read them all, but I just wanted to put them up on the screen. Just so
the highlights.
The highlights? All right. We've got 2 Lagwagon.
Lagwagon albums.
I thought there were more Lagwagon than this, but we got Let's Talk About Feelings and Trashed. Lewis saved these 2 Morning Glory. Maybe Constructs? I don't know. I think Constructs.
No, I think Dylan saved one of the Morning Glories for me, I think.
Behalf,
I saved.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I saved the Morning Glory and a leftover crack. Yeah.
You got your favorite copyrights album.
Yeah. I saved Pairs. I saved Copyrights. I saved Hard Rock Bottom. And
Frenzel.
There's a lot of Frenzel.
A lot of Frenzel.
Oh, Revolution Spring.
Could have
Revolution
a whole
Spring's
Frenzel video.
Oh yeah, I did save. I saved Revolution Spring. That was my 4th save.
Nice. That's a great pick. What did it lose to? I don't remember because I definitely voted for it.
It was like a Lagwagon record, or it was like I forget. I think it was, what was it? It might have been a Frenzel record.
Oh, wait,
I think it might have lost.
Yes,
that makes
yes.
that,
It lost
checks
to
out.
like High Vis or something.
Yeah.
All right. So how do
Justifiably.
we want to decide? How do we want to give something away? Does anyone have an idea for the giveaway? Maybe
Pipe bomb.
there's something with these out. So guys, if you comment which of these is your favorite that's left, and we're gonna randomly pick one. You can win either a t-shirt, slip mat, double pack, or any record on punkrockradar.com. Just comment one of these that you want to see make it to the finals. And I'll just keep slowly scrolling through, hopefully not making anybody dizzy. But yeah, we appreciate everybody showing up here. This is by far the most successful live stream we've ever had. So appreciate everybody here showing up. It's awesome.
We got to do these on a day where we don't come straight from work.
I
It
know.
can be like full, and I'm like shot, man.
I'm shot too. Maybe the next one will be on a weekend, but
Everybody take the day off for the 30-minute Fat Records video.
I work from home, so I could do that. But you guys
lunch
let
break
me-
special,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm really curious how the Pairs self-titled album is gonna do.
We got Punk Rock Sanity wants Blaze to move on. Dan wants that fucking Snuff album with 26 syllables to move on. Bobby wants Front Porch Stories.
Did anyone pick Chicks Dig It? If we got to pick a random.
Hey, now that you say that, Snipe Rings says Pink Razors by Chicks Dig It.
All right.
Let's give it to them. That's my pick.
Hell yeah, bro.
All
Well,
right. So
I don't know about that's kind of unfair, but yeah, I agree.
Fine. I don't know what system we have. here. I
Geo
was just
City.
picking
Yeah,
a-
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is working either.
I feel like we should like do a random number generator for one of these. I don't know how you do it.
all right, let's see.
I agree though. GeoCities Kitty, absolute fucking classic.
That whole album rocks. It's so good.
Richard wants the Pairs self-titled album. Adam wants O Calcutta.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's another favorite.
All right, we're gonna do a random.
Peach Fuzz says Suicide Machines. Can you put names in a random number generator?
Yeah,
Can you
but I
just-
mean, I don't want to type it. I'm just gonna randomize the albums that are left, and whoever
Picked one of them.
picked one of them is gonna
Okay.
take it. We may have to
Until
do
you
it.
get one that they picked.
May have to do it several times, but that's okay.
Someone just put all the titles in the chat. You'll win for sure.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
Did anybody say rock? I think somebody said Blaze. So it's
Yeah, Punk Rock Sanity said Blaze.
all right, Mr.
you
Punk
go.
Rock Sanity. Great Instagram account, great podcast. Go give him a follow and reach out to me, man, so I could send you something for Lagwagon Blaze. But yeah, we'll wrap this one up here. It's 8:00 here on the East Coast, right when we wanted to stop. So everything worked out perfectly. And again, I want to just thank everybody for showing up. I'm going to post the other 3 brackets. So East, West, and South. I'm probably going to do them this weekend and then I'll post them. But just let me know, guys, like if you're watching this, what time is best? Is 7:00 on a Wednesday? Does it work for live stream? I feel like, we had more people than ever. So I'm assuming yes. But yeah. That'll do it for this one. Dylan, Lewis, Elliot, anything you want to add before we end the stream here?
It was a blast. I had a great time.
Yeah, chat was awesome. Thank you guys. And yeah, it was really good. I look forward to the next one.
Yeah, man. A lot of fun. Can't wait to do it again. And I guess I'm sort of happy we never have to talk about Underground Network again. So that's nice as well. So.
All right. Yeah, thanks again to everyone showing up here. Puck Rocker, Eric, Billy, Lycan Spring, Smile Wide, Punk Rock Sanity, Moral Coil, Fleeting Chaos, Punk Rats. If you're not in the Discord already, I recognize some of you guys, but make sure you join the Discord. There's a link in the description so you can know when the next stream's going to be, and make sure you're following us on Instagram. All the brackets and everything will be there. But we're going to wrap up here. Everybody have a good night, and we'll see you all next time.
Peace out.